data structure is the very important part if you are going for any of the interview, probably now or maybe some other IT industry.
Welcome to another episode of Engineering Aajkal. Our today's interviewee, Soumya Sridas, is a true sapient. She has done her BTech in engineering. Then she did a very interesting internship at Nalco. Her first job was in Capgemini, and currently she is working as a software developer at SAP Labs. What made her embark in such a cool journey? Let's find out. So, Soumya, tell us about your whole journey. Why did you think of doing engineering?
Engineering made me learn the entire process to handle myself as an individual in the career perspective. I was into Triple E as an electrical and electronics background. So after choosing it, of course, the theoretical knowledge matters. Again, the culture, the, get together, the meeting up with people, all the process obviously help you as an individual. So after the engineering, I realized one thing, that the energy of an engineer can drive many crazy things.
During your college, you did this internship in Nalco. Can you tell a little bit about that?
I had to do some project or some internship in any, plant probably, and that would have been given me more, practical knowledge. And then suddenly after second year of my completion, there was this concept in my college that you have to do an internship from any of the form you're getting. All right. So in that case, I saw an opening in Nalco during my summers, like after completion of my second year, and then I applied for it. So on the basis of this merit, like my percentile, like I was a top scorer in my college back then. And then due to that, and then also there was a small interview that has been conducted after my, there was no such online test or something. It was very, easy process, as in I was a top scorer and then I applied and then I got selected. And talking about the experience there in the Nalco, it was the, the best days of my life, because there is how I was more exposed to the practical domain, keeping this theoretical domain aside. As in, of course, theoretical knowledge matters, but again, if you are not implementing it, it is like a waste for me. So if people who want really, get into this government internship or something like that, the very first important thing is, as I said, focus on your theory parts, and then be someone, so that the industry or the college or the institution can know you in that way, like you are doing well or good.
Fresh out of college, you started working with Capgemini. What was it through? Was this through college placements?
Yeah, it was through college placement. Let me tell you the whole process and the story, how it happened. So as I said, I was from electrical and electronics background, and there was the this sense that I'll be getting into any core domain, because I have done this internship in Nalco, and I wanted to, make that particular internship worth it. Probably for that reason, I was, again, as I said, so I always wanted to be, in a very good form, which is doing great in the core technology. All right. So that was there always since the beginning. And after this third year, I started learning programming as well. I mean, out of curiosity. There was no such pressure or, doing any particular job. I did it with a curiosity. So I joined an institution which is there in a private institution which is there in Bhubaneswar. All right. And I don't know what wonders happened. After joining that institution, I started liking the coding part. And this happens to every of us. Like probably the 90% of the student realize at the later part that what they really want. College placement started. We had to sit for a number of placements, number of companies, number of, many other process, and then this prepping yourself, giving many presentations, and that started. And luckily, just because also I did this domain electrical and electronics, so hence luckily, there was this company called a German company, which is a big shot company, that is Windmoller and Holscher. It came to our college. All right, that was a domain specific core domain company. And out of 1,000 students, we four of us, probably, yeah, out of 1,000 students, I and three of my colleagues, like they're in the college, we got placed. And then after that, just because I told you, I realized that I started, inclining towards this coding stuff. And I thought of, sitting for some other software companies. In our college, it was not allowed to sit for other companies if you're already placed for a company. That is how it was. All right. So I requested my dean, and then I said, probably, just because I'm having this, love for coding factor, let me try for few of the companies if you really want me to do, as in if you allow me. So I started polishing, and then I started, solving many reasoning things and this quantitative aptitude and stuff. And then again, this Capgemini thing came to my college. All right. So I sat for the process, and then I qualified into this written exam. And then after that, the interview interviewed me. It went well. It was of 30 minutes of interview. So let me tell you, the people who really want to know what was the process it was all about. So they asked me very fundamentals, as in this data structure is the very important part if you are going for any of the interview, probably now or maybe some other IT industry. I'm not only specifically talking about Capgemini. Data structure and object oriented programming, oops, that is the two basic thing you should be clear in. You should be clear.
So tell us a little bit about the work that you were doing in Capgemini, and also the kind of tools that you got to work on, and what's the overall culture of the place was like.
Once you join Capgemini, they will be assigning you, any, as a fresher, probably, yes, as a fresher. So they will be assigning you any random technology, and you have to be very adaptive. And in that is way, they assigned me this SAP ABAP, that's a programming language of SAP. And then I completed my training process. In that particular training process, as I said, there was this trainer who was training us every, probably 10 hours a day. Yeah, that is how it is. There is this exam that happens during the training every month. So you have to appear that exam, and you have to be, uh, very very good at, scoring marks in that particular exam that happens. That's called L1 L2 and the training exams. If you're not passing it, probably they can terminate you, and that is how the process is. Talking about tools, like function module, BAPI, BADI, ALV, that's a ALV list viewer. We have to do a programming where we can, generate a list. And then it was all on the SAP logon. So that is the tool I basically acquainted with. I'm always acquainted with. I have to do different codings depending on the situation, scenario, and the functionality. So that is how it is.
Okay, so from being a person who has SAP as a client to being a person who is working for SAP, how was this shift like?
I was not working full-fledgedly for SAP Labs, but that was my shadowing process, and that is how it happened. As creativity and innovation can change the world. All right. So there is, because I know there is, no part of running a business that SAP is not plugged into. And I was being an ABAP developer, I thought of, exploring the different side of it and get into this SAP Labs. And I always wanted to be an entrepreneurial space every time in my life. All right. So I always wanted to have this creativity thing to explore new things. And that was, in a way, always drove me getting into something bigger. And that was also there in my mindset that, I'll be getting into any of the top notch companies, which can obviously build my resume in long term. All right. So that is how I started. But again, that was there in my mind, but I completed my 2 years in Capgemini, which is a very necessary and basic thing that you have to do it.
So tell a little bit about the place, the work culture, and what are the things a Sapien gets to do in SAP.
Yes, I joined, and then I'm on the very first time realizing the culture is completely different. It is very free, help you growing in every possible way, which is the very important part if you're in any of the industry. That's the most important part that I found there in SAP. They nurture your ideas. There is many more perks that is there in SAP. Starting from the lunch, which is a very fascinating thing. But yeah, I think probably 10 to 20 cafeterias is there in the SAP campus, SAP Labs, and then you get number of dishes. It is all about not only coding, but also the other aspects of life. They take care of your curriculum. There is also a playground where you can indulge yourself doing sports activities. There is this gymming thing. There is, a sense of flexibility, and I feel this flexibility, that is the powerful thing. That is how you manage your stuff, you manage your career, you manage the entire process.
Last suggestions that you will like to give to students who are currently in this whole situation where they are very uncertain about their jobs, what they're going to do? What is your suggestion for them?
There should be this ability to learn every time, not only just because I'm into this SAP, or probably I'm willing to get into Google or Microsoft, so my process is over. No, the ability to learn should be there wherever you are. So that should be there. And also of course, polishing yourself is one important factor. If you're doing any knowledge, you should be that upgraded enough to be acquainted and go with the flow, and then making yourself trending as per the market. That is how it makes you feel out of the box, and that is how it keeps you out of the box probably. So yes.
So thank you, Soumya. It was very insightful. I'm sure the students who are watching this video right now, they will be much more aware about things and try to focus that in their own career. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Poonam. Nice meeting you.